By subscribing today, you get the Fisherman magazine every week, the chance to enter the Dreamboat Challenge, and unlock the great features of the new Fisherman website.
You know, one of the questions that beginner anglers always ask is, how do I know that the drag is set properly on my rod? I'll tell you how to do that in a second, but I want you to also realize what's just as important is knowing how to use your rod to change the leverage it provides, which increases or decreases the effective drag. The most accurate way to set your drag is to use the scale to measure at what point the line comes off your reel. It should come off between 1/3 and 1/4 the breaking strength of the line, depending on the species you're fishing for. Tougher fish like blackfish and bottomfish, you want a little tighter drag. Speedsters like false albacore and bluefish, a little bit looser drag. Of course, once you gain experience at setting the drag, you'll develop a feel that kind of tells you when it's set just right. It should come off smooth and simple with no hesitation. Once you have your drag set to the proper resistance, it's important to realize that you can actually change the amount of leverage you have on a fish simply by changing the angle of your rod. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I point my rod straight towards the fish that's fighting with me, my drag comes off nice and smooth. But if I need to put the brakes to a fish, all I have to do is raise my rod and see how much harder it is for that drag to come off. If I'm fishing straight up and down, I can almost lock it up at this point. The primary purpose of your drag is to prevent your line from breaking from too much pressure. But a secondary purpose is to tire out the fish that you're battling. Think of your drag as a bowling ball hanging from the fish's mouth. If I gave you a bowling ball and asked you to run the length of a football field, you'd be exhausted. Same thing with the fish. If they're powering away, your drag's coming off, let them go until they get tired. That fish will turn around and he'll be yours. I'm Outdoor Tom for thefisherman.com.